Jalen Ramsey claims that he is him, but the question is he? So I'm going to take you through 4 different players in the NFL, and I'm going to ask the football expert, that is Mark Schlereth, and of course, Craig Carton, the host of the Carton Show. Is he him? And we're going to start, not with Jalen Ramsey, but with Jalen Hurts. Listen, he ranks second in the NFL.
Yes.
Yeah,
he's him.
He's him?
He's him. He's her. He's it. He's them.
He's everything?
He's everything you could possibly want. If he was the big question mark for the Eagles, he has answered the question. He is a stud. I don't know what I hit to say it, but yes, he's him.
Dude, he is him. Yes, he is the son of a coach. He is the CEO of that football team. He is a guy that is stoic. He is a guy that is serious. And I asked his head coach. I asked him, I said, hey, Nick Sirianni, what's the ceiling of Jalen Hurts? This is his answer. I don't know. Because every day the guy gets better. And that's the one question mark. That's a really good football team. He has answered every question to this point, and I don't see him continuing. I don't see him not continuing to answer the questions on a week-to-week basis.
There's a reason that the Eagles are undefeated, and that's the reason right there. Now, their defense has played really well, but
they're a really good football team. Yes. But you know what? He's been a really good player on a really good football team.
Do you guys not think it's too early to call him him?
No. What else would I call him?
I don't know, something else. Is he really that guy already? It's been 4 games.
He's the greatest non-binary quarterback. What do you want me to say? He's
not him.
I thought the bit is he him or not? He's him. He's him. He's him.
All right, fine. On to the next guy. We'll find out if he is him. Geno Smith. Hold on, Craig. You're going to sit down and you're going to listen to every one of these stats and you're going to like it. You ready? 77.3 completion percentage is the highest in NFL history through 4 games. Posted a passer rating of 80 or higher in 4 straight games.
Yeah.
But he does have a glass jaw, and I agree that's a problem. What do you think, Mark Schlereth? Is he him?
No, he is not.
Come on, he's having a great year.
So, listen, yes, he's having a great year. That's great. Listen, you know what? Everybody, and he is having a great year. He's throwing the ball exceptionally well. But, when you fill up a lineup on a baseball team, there is a guy that has to bat ninth.
That would be me. Yeah.
Right. And that guy is a really good player, but you know what? He's not really that good. Listen, he's having a great season. Eventually, water finds its level, right? like irrigation. When you irrigate a yard, right, water follows the path of least resistance, like culture. And eventually, that culture and that path of least resistance is going to be somewhere not here where he is right now. It's going to be down here somewhere.
Let me just say this. I take back every bit of criticism that I've put towards you.
Really?
And your Idaho education and your Alaskan upbringing.
Okay.
That was great. That was awesome. I have nothing to add to it. He's right. He's not him. That's it. That was the most eloquent speech I've ever heard about an average at best quarterback who made some kind of deal with the devil to have a couple of good games.
I got your back. I got your back, Geno. Do me a favor. Play good this week.
Who else you got?
Saquon Barkley.
That's a no-brainer. He's him.
Really?
Yeah, coming all the way back 2 years later from a torn ACL. More yards from scrimmage than anyone in football right now. He's the reason that the New York Giants are 3-1. You have a quarterback who's an average quarterback who's also playing very well for him in Daniel Jones. But if there's no Saquon Barkley on the Giants, I think the Giants are 0-4 right now. He's that good, and he's going to present the Giants front office and Joe Schoen with a very interesting dilemma. A, do you trade him because his value's never going to be any higher? B, do you hold on to him thinking, hey, we now have a shot at the postseason. We got to keep our best player here. C, do you franchise him? D, do you roll the dice, say you lose him for nothing? But as Saquon goes right now, because consider this, the Giants have no wide receivers. Legitimately, no wide receivers.
Everybody's always hurt.
Tony can't get on the field. Galladay's hurt now. Sills is right now, a guy none of you ever heard of, is their most qualified and dependable wide receiver. They don't have good tight ends. They've got a stud running back. And for now, although Danny Jones is hurt, they have a quarterback that has not made the major mistake yet. So, A, to answer your question, he's him. and then some.
Danny Jones does not get those 2 boot keep touchdowns last week if Saquon Barkley isn't running roughshod through the Chicago Bears. That guy, I mean, that dude, he makes up for a multitude of sins. You watch him on film as a defensive player, you will get diarrhea. That's how good that he has. That's how good that he has been, and he has been great. And this is a lesson to the rest of the NFL, the guys who are system dudes, like my system and this and like. Put your players in positions.
You know what's great, though? A lot of people are watching on closed caption right now. And I would love to see the poor person who had to type out.
But that's what coaches do, right? They're like, oh, it's in my system and this, that, and that. Well, like Joe Judge, we don't like to run the zone stretch play because we don't like to go east and west because Bill Belichick didn't like to go east and west. So we're going to put a gap system in it. But that's not what he runs. That's not what he's doing. That's not what he's good at. Don't put a player in a position to fail and then act surprised when that player fails. Yeah. That's stupid. They put him in the right spot, and guess what? He's awesome. No, shut up, Carton. It's a Decker show right now.
That's right. That is right.
Don't say anything.
Yeah, you get off my show.
By the way, I do have to say this. They do play the Green Bay Packers at 9 o'clock in the morning Eastern time, 6 o'clock in the morning West Coast time
9:30.
in Tottenham Hotspur Stadium in London. And the Giants are going to get waxed. You are going to see they play the Green Bay Packers.
You're correct.
You are going to see the Giants that most people expected this year. And that's not a knock. I think they've been great. I love what Brian Daboll does, and he's got instant respect from every guy in that locker room. This is a bad situation. A beat-up Danny Jones who may not play against a Green Bay Packer team still trying to get their offense right. And the Giants have no offense other than Saquon. Sadly for you Giant fans, this is where you look like every expert thought you were going to be this year. It is going to be a beatdown. Matter of fact, as much as I love the NFL, I'm not even going to get up to watch it.
Oh.
It's one of those, I'm not. It's 9 in the morning, dude.
I'll be awake.
All right?
You know what? At 9 in the morning.
I got a chicken coop to build this weekend.
It's 9:30.
But you're going to start your chicken coop at about 4.
True.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll watch again.
Okay.
But it's not going to be pretty for the New York Giants. We have time for one more? Yeah.
One more, and here it is. This is the guy, and I know for a fact you're going to say he is him because he is him. Cooper Rush, first QB in Cowboys history to win his first 4 career starts. And currently the only NFL quarterback to be undefeated career lifetime. Troy, do not look up that fact.
You want to go first?
Yeah, he is not him.
He's him.
He's not him. Listen, he knows like everybody else in Dallas and everybody else on the planet knows that as soon as Dak is healthy, you can't be him. And as soon as somebody else gets healthy that's coming off a thumb injury, it says, okay, I can throw the ball now. You instantly get usurped, right? Like you instantly go back to the bench. That's a big word.
Yeah, he bought a thesaurus.
I told you I read the first chapter of Sean McVay's book.
I couldn't disagree anymore. Cooper Rush is him.
Yes!
No, he is not.
Yes, he is.
He is not him.
You bet he is.
So he's going to start the rest of the season.
I didn't say that.
But that's what you said. You said if he's him, then he's going to start the rest of the season.
Listen, I live in the moment. I'm a moment guy. I live in the moment. Tomorrow's not promised. Yesterday's history. All I got is today. This is something I read in a Rock and Sky Mall on a flight once. Cooper Rush is undefeated.
Yes.
And if he beats the Rams, he stays undefeated. If he beats the Eagles, they're the first place Dallas Cowboys. So right now, in the moment, Cooper Rush is him.
I'm going to change your mind right now and use something that you've said multiple times before. You know who else is undefeated?
Me.
Father Time. And you know who's kicking his ass? The world's greatest American, Tom Brady.
That's true.
He's not him.
That's true.
Cooper Rush is not him.
Hey there, thank you so much for watching The Carton Show. You can subscribe right here to get all the latest bits and segments from the show. And by the way, while you're at it, we have a lot of great shows on FS1, so check them out too.